Yeah.
Just scooch this way a little bit. Yeah. That's so good.
As you guys can clearly see, Eden is in the back. He's chilling. My dad is having a meeting and decided to make him wait while he's waiting for his car.
Oh, I'm having the time of my life.
He's loving this. He has always wanted to be in a Joy and Jahvis video. He begs me every night. He's like, Joy, please let me in your next video. And now I'm finally being a good sister.
Thanks.
Okay, so I screenshotted a bunch of questions. I put on my story, like, let's talk about friendships, relationships, life after school, career vibes. And you guys sent in some really good questions. I did get a lot of, like, sex questions. I think that's just become our brand because we did, like, a few videos and now people, like... Yeah,
why don't you guys want to know about our careers? What the hell?
Yeah, why do you guys want to know how to lose your virginities? But, so I kind of didn't do many sex questions this time. If you want to see us talk about sex, there is plenty of videos already out there. But I did find some good questions, so let's just get into it because we haven't seen each other much.
Yeah, well, you've been busy with COVID and
I've been busy
sick.
with COVID.
You've been getting down dirty with COVID. And where have I been? I've been around, but yeah, you've just been pretty sick.
To slide into it, the first question is just a simple, how are you? How's life treating you at the moment?
How's life at the moment? I'm good.
Me
yeah,
at the
no,
moment.
I am. I think I was saying the other day, I feel quite full. Like every aspect of my life right now feels quite full. Like I'm not missing some big part of myself. Not much is happening, but like we're gearing up. Like I feel like I'm gearing up to do a few things in the coming months. So I'm slowly getting organized for that. But I just feel like I'm trotting along at the moment.
I know, I feel similar. Like I feel like it's just a bit of a limbo stage where it's like, nothing's bad, but like it's just a weird limbo. It's like waiting for the next part
in between.
To start.
It's like in between stuff.
Fuck yeah. We're not falling apart, guys.
Not yet. Anyway.
Not yet, yeah. So I think the first category I kind of screenshotted some questions regarding friendships. Because we get a lot of questions about us being friends, about our friend group. I don't think we even need to do a disclaimer. We've done so many disclaimers, guys. We don't know everything.
Yeah, we don't know everything.
We're just having a convo with you guys.
We're just having a go.
We're just having a go. How to deal with having feelings for your best friend. We actually had this question like several times. A lot of people like their best friends.
I think it's like very common thing. I feel like I've done it like 400 times.
But yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you could probably talk about it more than I can.
So really think about how you feel, because there's like especially with best friends and people who you kind of just really connect with like soulfully, you can kind of mix up that emotion of like
the romantic and then the
feeling like you are romantically in like like them or you just really love the connection they have, because it gets really confusing, and I think I've done it a fair bit.
But well, it's a good point. Like there's also like platonic intimacy, and we can, if you really get along with someone and you know that, you know, you do find them attractive or whatever, you can be like, oh, do I really like them? But and it's also normal to have crushes and stuff on friends and stuff. I guess it's just the question of like, do you want it to go somewhere? And it's actually okay if you just want to stay friends and have those kind of feelings. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Because it's fine to have a crush and not do anything about it.
It's honestly fun, especially if it is like a good friend and stuff. Then you get to like spend time with someone you really like.
Yeah, and then you can like think about it all the time. And it's good.
I can already see all the comments being like, oh, he's thinking about Joy.
Yeah, literally. I was thinking about that.
How to deal with losing friends.
Whoa. Shit.
Yeah. Even when like friends move away and stuff, like that could be losing a friend, like losing them to another city, state. But I feel like just trying to put an effort into making new relationships and new connections can really fill that void. Focus on yourself, do things that make you happy, and I feel like that's gonna give you a lot more content feelings, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it rude to turn down plans with a friend if you don't have the mental energy to go out?
No.
No.
I do it all the time.
Guys, you need boundaries. If a friend can't respect that you're not in the mood for whatever reason, or you're too tired or need time for yourself, then that's their problem.
It does feel rude. Like, I do feel kind of rude sometimes when I'm like,
Yeah.
no. Especially if it's like a plan that I've made. Like,
For a long time.
Yeah, for a long time, or just like, I've been meaning to hang out with this person or whatever.
Sometimes you just gotta push through and show up for the people in your life. There's a time and place where it's like not great.
Yeah.
But on a day-to-day basis, if you just have plans with someone and then you don't have the energy, or you need to do something for yourself, like, it is okay to like...
And just explaining it will hopefully be enough.
Yeah, and then they'll be able to know that they can do the same to you if you have plans with them one day and they have to take time for themselves or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you find helps you get out of your comfort zone with new people?
Well, just being with new people anyway is getting me out of my comfort zone, because I feel like I just kind of love to just go to the people that I know and I'm just like comfortable.
What can help me get out of my comfort zone with new people is kind of taking the pressure off myself to like be a certain way, or like be entertaining or whatever, and more just tell myself to be present and like listen to the person. So if you're meeting new people, just like really focus on just like asking them questions, you know? So it's just like really take the pressure off yourself, just make your main objective to just get to know this person better, and really like, because everyone wants to feel heard, everyone has a story to say, like, and if you instantly get so much more comfortable if you can tell someone genuinely cares and wants to get to know you. Yeah. And that instantly breaks the ice, and I feel like that's how you...
Rather than having like a set like amount of questions, like, oh, like, where are you from? And they're like, oh, Sydney, and you're like, oh yeah, cool. And that's it. Like, just really, I guess, listening to
Should we do a role play?
Yeah, ready?
Okay, wait, who am I? Are you the... Okay, so you're going to be the asking questions, I guess?
Yeah,
okay.
I guess.
So it's like, hi, I'm Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie. It's a strange name, but... How are you?
I'm good.
Nice. Where are you from?
I actually live in Alaska.
Alaska? Is it cold there?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Where is Alaska in relation to anything?
You know, I'm so bad at geography, but I think...
Dang. What school did you go to?
An Alaskan school.
Well, I went to Shearwater, that's why I'm bad at geography.
You know what? I actually have a cousin that went to Shearwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way.
See? Already have something in common.
There you go. So just something like that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah. Oh, and also, if it gets awkward, that's just normal, and don't overthink it or
be
feel
okay
like it's
with
rude.
silences.
Yeah, it's fine. What's your favorite thing about being close friends with each other? Firstly, the fact that I can talk to you about like film stuff. Like, I don't have many friends that kind of delved deeper into the film stuff after school and stuff, and like I always know I can talk to you, and like you have good advice and really understand like a lot of the behind the scenes things that I guess a lot of other friends of mine don't understand. And then another thing I just love being friends with you is that like I know no matter how much time can pass and stuff, like you're there, and there's like
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, such a solid friendship, and we both know how much we care about each other, but we also don't have like this weird
I love that, like
being.
It's every time we come back it's like pretty much
the same.
It's not like it's not like some like awkward period where we have to kind of like slowly readjust to each other. We're just like, and we're just like mucking around.
Well, I feel like it's just because we're so ourselves with each other that if you're not putting a persona, you're never going to change. So it's like, it's always just going to be the same. And also the fact, like, putting in the whole, like, guy-girl friendship dynamic, we've always been so clear about, like, the fact that we are just friends, which makes, I feel like, it just so comfortable. Like, you don't have to think too much.
And just, like, tight-knit.
Yeah.
Because there's no, like, there's no unspoken anything. It's
Fully.
just like, whew.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Ways to maintain long distance friendships. I feel so burpy from this fizz.
I know. I would say calling is a great thing. Rather than texting, like Like, I'm just kind of...
memos even?
Yeah, I'm just pulling from my friendship with Luca.
That's who I think of as well.
Yeah.
Luca and Bella are my long distance friends.
Yeah, and like, just calling people and just having a chat for even 10 minutes is way better than texting for, you know, half a day or whatever, being like, hey, how are you? Good.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. It's just
also,
not the same.
texting is just so much harder to pick up on the like little things and like make those little
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I hate texting so much.
I hate texting as well. Yeah, definitely take advantage of the fact that we live in the 21st century and we have... Wait, we're in the 21st century still, right?
Are we in the 21st century?
You know what? I'm gonna let you guys figure that out for yourself.
I reckon, yeah, we've got to be.
Surely, no one said...
I haven't seen any like
Second
memes or
century.
anything about it, so I'm just going to assume we're
That's
still...
kind of fucked that we only think if we haven't seen memes.
then
surely...
it's not news.
Okay, anyway, take advantage of the fact that we live in a world where we can just like text and call. I mean, not text, but we can call.
Text if you want. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, just try to stay in touch. I feel like if you can make an effort to see them when you can, like do little trips together, meet up on like birthdays.
Also,
or
writing
whatever.
letters is really fun.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a bit of effort, but like it's much
It
more
feels
special.
so meaningful.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, doing little things for that friend that makes you and them feel still connected and still like that you matter to each other and you still consider each other a big part of each other's lives.
Just buy a plane ticket, go visit them.
Yeah, true. But like, what if they're like really far away in this coast?
In Alaska.
In Alaska. Do you find it annoying when people constantly suggest that you're more than friends? I think we find it entertaining.
It's very entertaining.
I think it's funny. It's
Especially
just...
because it's from people like that we don't really know, or just
Yeah.
people who don't know us at all,
Yeah.
which is hilarious because it's polar opposites. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so funny.
I think the only time that like people in our life, like friends and stuff, thought maybe something was happening was when like we first started doing our videos
Yeah.
together, and then people like were like, Joy, is everything? And I was like, no,
Yeah.
no. But like now everyone in our life also is just like,
Yeah.
so it's just become a funny joke between everyone. It's like, you know, like it's just weird. Sorry about that.
Your dad is making funny faces.
Keep up the rumors, keep up the drama. It gets us the views.
It does.
Guys, are we together now? Are we not?
I know.
Who
Is
knows?
that unspoken something?
Okay, we've moved out of the friendship.
Okay.
We've moved out of the friendship questions,
Life.
and now it's kind of like life after school vibes. So, what did you think your life would look like when you were 15?
Okay, so when I was 15, I thought I was going to be a pilot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, I was like, thought that I'd be flying like for, I don't know, Jetstar, which is an Australian. Oh no, it's not Australian, is it?
Yeah, it is. I think so.
Oh, they have planes. And
The plane company
yeah, I
is
thought I
right.
was just gonna be like flying big ass planes and making heaps of money and, you know,
Going in
working
that cash.
9 to 5, you know, but definitely not.
Not you.
It has changed so much.
When I was like 14, 15, I was convinced I was going to be an actress.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah. Or like,
Oh.
yeah. So I think I just thought I'd be some big Hollywood actress, also just super successful already, like already done like
Yeah.
my big break and like just getting like,
Hanging out with Zendaya and...
yeah, just like, you know, on set of Euphoria. Like
When did you create this YouTube channel?
when I was 14.
Oh, right.
And I remember when I started it, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be an actress kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, and
Classic.
I used to take it so seriously, like I'd look up on my computer like auditions and stuff, and I was like, fuck, I hate that I'm in like this little town where I can't do any auditions. Like I was like, I'm not just like every
Yeah.
other girl that wants to be an actress, like I'm gonna make it happen. Which
I hate
is
that
so funny.
I'm in Byron Bay.
Yeah, it's so shit.
Where
like,
pretty much every famous actor lives.
like at the time I was like, oh, like it's so annoying. I just want to be in LA or like
Yeah.
New York, you know, auditioning for Disney Channel. Like that was like the dream.
Classic.
Which is so funny to look back on. I definitely am still really interested in acting. Like I was saying in like a recent video, I really want to do some more acting classes. Like I do love it. Did your final score in high school affect your life after school at all?
No.
No.
Not a
neither.
chance.
No. And then just in the background.
All
Yeah.
these questions like directly apply to it. I'm literally gonna be finishing high school in like 6 months.
Yeah.
Hearing that my marks don't matter at all is
I've told everyone that, like, I know they just don't matter. And even like my friends who barely finished high school got into some of the most amazing unis in like Melbourne and Sydney.
Yeah.
Literally just by calling them and being like, hey, I really want to come to the uni. And they're like, okay.
How did you feel about leaving high school? Were you ever confused career-wise? I'm still confused career-wise.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Like even in high school, I was like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? And like I need to like uphold myself so I can, you know, have this big career whilst by the time I'm like 25.
I feel like there's so much pressure, hey, to like be super successful at such a young age.
Yeah.
Like we have our whole lives to work up to like whatever we
ridiculous.
want to do. Like, what's the point in just getting to like the dream scenario when you're so like, I don't know. I get the whole like young success thing, but I definitely had the same expectations on myself.
For everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of confusing, and like I still kind of I do still feel the pressure of like I must do all this whilst I'm young, and like that kind of still confuses me because I'm just like, why am I not where I pictured myself? Like
I have the same thing.
I don't get it. But if we just kind of like, if I take a step back and look at both of us, like we're doing fucking great.
I know. Well, people keep telling me, they're like, wow, you have your own business, like YouTube's going great, blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, true, but like I just look at myself and I'm like, I'm not where I thought I'd be. Like I thought I'd have so much more money, I thought I'd be living in my own house. Like I just had such a high standard of where I was going to be. Honestly, I think a lot of it's like from media and movies. They have all these like young people that are like
have like high-rise apartments.
Yeah, just the most ridiculous, like crazy things.
By themselves, but like realistically, you need to like get a share house with 7 people because.
How is that? Like every like after school like thing, you just see people living in the most nice apartments.
I know.
All their furniture's so nice. You're like, sorry, like didn't you just graduate? Like what?
Peace out.
Are you going? Bye.
Hopefully my car's ready.
Loved having you here. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Pressure to not feel behind friends in stages of life.
Yeah, that's a big one. Always comparing yourself to like what your friends are doing is huge. I definitely do that a lot.
Yeah. I feel like in today's world as well, it's like we don't only compare ourselves to our friends, but we compare ourselves to like celebrities and like
literally.
Like I'll see people and then I'm like, oh my god, what? They're my age and they have a whole career and like
that sucks as well.
Yeah.
When you're like, what? Like why does like Millie Bobby Brown have all of this money? What the hell? And I'm like, this is so bullshit. But I'm like, wait, I have a completely different life to her. Like,
sometimes when I feel most successful is when I'll end up comparing myself the most. Like as soon as I reach a certain place, I'm like, oh, I'm successful, and then I start comparing myself to other successful people to see like, oh, how I'm like, how successful am I? So then I compare myself to see, and then I'm like, oh shit, I feel shit now. Yeah. Like it's such a weird thing. Yeah. What do you do to get back to yourself after becoming energetically drained?
Coffee.
Oh, shut up! Jahvis is addicted to coffee at the moment.
I'm so addicted. I just had one and I want another one. No, I guess what I do is I go for a swim, just like resets my body.
If I'm feeling drained, the best things I can do for myself is move my body, get out in nature, take time away from screen and social media. Also just like prioritizing just rest and stuff. But like not the rest where you just lie on your couch and go on your phone. That's not real rest.
that does nothing.
Like that's still just on your screen, you're still consuming information. Like rest where you're actually just like present and not doing anything.
I do a lot of that. Yeah, consuming information is like really bad.
It's just like constant in today's world. Like you're constantly
it's not good.
So much shit. Like I literally go on my phone.
I'm gonna follow Instagram and it's like
and like go through stories and I'm like, fuck, I just saw what like 50 people are doing today.
Yeah,
like, I'm not meant to know that.
It's
like
so much
on my time off as well. Like that's when I'm like taking a break. I'm like seeing the whole world. It's like, bro, that's way too much. No matter what, we're feeling drained and like overworked because like that's how we rest now.
So much. Our brain is just processing constantly.
Yeah.
And then it starts to filter it out. So like you can sit there and scroll through 50 stories and then go,
what did I
just do?
Because it's just like, fuck, trying to keep room.
Your brain is like, I'm too tired. Let's just throw it out.
It's so bad. It's just numbing. Now we're moving into relationships. Ooh. Are we able to say that you're in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship.
Wow, confident.
Joy's in a relationship.
Guys,
not together.
This is the first time that we've both been in a relationship when we filmed a video.
Oh yeah.
We've never filmed a video, or like that last video we did, I found out after we filmed. You were like, kind of.
Yeah, that's right.
But it wasn't fully serious then yet.
Yeah, no.
Now, guys, we're both in relationships.
That was just kissing.
But yeah. We talked about it the other day. We've learnt a lot.
So much.
From these relationships. So I feel like...
So hopefully we can give some good answers.
Hopefully. So the first question is advice on the early stages of a romantic relationship. We've talked about this, I always get so stressed at the beginning of a relationship. Like, I've told Jahvis, like, I can lose my appetite. Like, I just get nervous and, like, at least, like, stepping into this relationship with Ethan, I, like, remember I was just so, like, scared to give someone my heart again. Because I had been single for so long and I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm comfortable with that. Like, I'm fine alone. No one can hurt my heart. And then, like, stepping into a relationship, I was like, fuck, I know I'm going to be, like, have to be vulnerable. And, like, that was terrifying. In
a new relationship, very early stages, so much changes so quickly.
Fully.
So you kind of need to keep talking about it.
Yeah,
and like,
true. Like,
just
so much
like,
stuff comes up.
Yeah, like, sometimes it's draining to just constantly be like, how are we doing now? How are we doing now? How are we doing now? But, like, you kind of need to keep up with it because so much changes and you don't know how the other person's going. So just, keeping up with how fast it's changing.
It just makes the whole beginning of the relationship so much better, and it sets the tone for the whole relationship.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
if you skip that part, then, like, you're not going to be as open with everything else that comes later down the track.
100%. How do you know that you're with the right person?
You don't, to be honest. Like,
no, I was gonna say so.
Yeah. You can never really know that you're with, like, the right person forever because you just have no idea.
You have no idea.
You have no idea.
You might get hurt, it might end bad, but you can't know and you have to try to get there.
That's just the scary thing about relationships.
Yeah.
It's just...
You just never know.
Not knowing if it's going to end or how it's going to end.
Exactly.
You just don't know.
That's terrifying.
Oh.
But it's normal, it's fine, and just check in with yourself. Especially like, how do you feel when you're with them? How do you feel when you leave? Like, if you're feeling weird or not good in any way, then that might be an indication that they're not the right person.
Also, I would focus more on how do you feel whilst you're with them rather than how do you feel when you're away from them. Because when you're away from them, you have all these fantasies.
Yeah.
And I do. Like, I totally get in my head about, like, when I'm away from my girlfriend, I'm like, oh shit, like, is this right?
Yeah.
And then when I'm with them again, I'm like, oh yeah, it's actually fine.
No, it's fully, I feel like that's so common. When you told me that, I was like, oh cool, I'm not the only one. Because I'll just get into these, like, weird stages where I'm like, oh my god, like, maybe this and this and this, and I'm like freaking out, and then I see Ethan, he's like, hey, and I'm like, oh fuck,
like,
I really like you, like, this is awesome. Like, how long after ending a relationship should you wait before getting into a new one? I don't think there's any, like,
there's no set
this
time.
amount of time. Yeah, it's so different for everybody.
Obviously, like, a week, a little bit short.
Yeah. If you're stepping into a new relationship, really question why you're stepping into it. Is it to, like, fill that void, or is it because you actually like this person or whatever? If it feels like you might just be still grieving the past relationship, maybe hold off for a little bit. This is the last question, and it's kind of lame, but I kind of want to know your answer. And it is, what color do you associate the other with, and why? So, like
you?
Yeah.
What color?
Yeah. I think I know your one.
What?
I kind of want to hear yours first.
Shit.
Don't get nervous.
This is the hardest question. I would have to say, like, it's like a warmish. I would have to.
I feel like it's gonna be the same as what I'm gonna tell.
It's like pink or yellow. I don't know.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, pink or yellow. I'm not sure which one.
I feel like yours to me is like an orange.
Yeah,
Just
saw
like
that coming a mile
yeah,
away.
yeah. It's just like, and I feel like it's an orange because it's like, orange is like a warm color, but it's also like strong, but like in a friendly way. Like I feel like you're very solid, but like in a warm, loving way, not in like an aggressive like red or like, I don't know. Like
I think that's why yours is either pink or yellow, because it's warm but much more bubbly.
Yeah, it's kind of like nice colors. Maybe that's why we work well together.
Yeah.
Orange,
That's a
yellow,
cool
and
one.
pink.
Maybe ask that on a first date. What colour do you see me as and why?
Put pressure on the person.
Yeah.
You've met me just now. Now, what color am I?
You're like, oh, you're a blue? We ain't gonna work.
That's it.
Thanks.
I feel like we're
great
getting...
questions. They were really hard questions.
Yeah.
But
Also, guys, I asked you guys this question thing, and then I went on my social media detox an hour later. So all these questions are questions that I got in the first hour. So if we didn't answer your question, it's because I didn't see it, because I went off social media. So to everyone that asked questions in the first hour, shout out to you, because you got us through this video.
You got in. This Lego is really good.
Do you want to give them some? Enjoy.
Like it, subscribe.
Bye.